Hello and welcome to another episode of 31 Minutes. We will take you on a journey from the making of fez, or what's widely known as tarbouche, to solar power, the green sustainable energy. Stay tuned. The Swedish Institute in Alexandria launched its first Climate Communicators Network program in partnership with our own Kamal Adham Center for Television and Digital Journalism. The program allows the opportunity for participants to share their concerns and exchange knowledge with experts from both the MENA region and Europe on the issue of climate change. More with Hassan Labib in the following report.
Global warming is already having significant and harmful effects on our planet, our health, and our climate. Sea level rise is accelerating. The number of huge wildfires is growing. Dangerous heat waves are becoming more common. Extreme storm events are increasing in many areas, and more severe droughts are occurring in others.
Climate is new to us, and it's also natural to us, because this is really an issue where you have no national boundaries. We are all affected. All the world, all the people around the world are affected by climate change, and there is no alternative but finding solutions together. What we need to see is that the future, a more sustainable future, where with less energy consumption, with less waste production.
The Swedish Institute Alexandria launched its first Climate Communicators Network program in partnership with the Kamal Adham Center for Television and Digital Journalism to build a regional network of communicators who are working on reporting on issues of climate change and to raise the knowledge and the public awareness on these issues.
We must recognize that without the media coverage, there was no public opinion developed with regard to climate change. So anybody saying, well, it's not really done in a way that really affecting all the people, all the segments of the population. Yet we have to, most of the educated, literate people, they know about climate change, but they are not really thinking of it as the major issue that is affecting their lives.
Attending the program were 40 young journalists, writers, researchers, and bloggers in the field of climate change from 12 countries of the MENA region and Europe. One means of dealing with global warming is to plant more, even if there is no source of fresh water.
In many countries, non-conventional resources like desalination that Dr. Hussein also mentioned, now these are the sources that we need to look at. The freshwater resources themselves, the springs, the rivers, the lakes, they are not sufficient.
Yet the prime cause is using fuel and other sources of energy for industrialization, an evil we think we cannot do without.
If you're talking about resources, you're talking about energy, it's eminently political, and yes, I would like to believe that sustainable development doesn't go against development, but unfortunately, in our countries, in this continent, there is this idea that you can't have development if you protect the environment.
Trainer Fadi Ramzi assured that it is everybody's responsibility to share in the study and awareness for global warming.
This is a hashtag over Twitter, thanks to Safa. She already started tweeting this, I think, since yesterday that she's in Alexandria. So let's all, anybody on Twitter, whatever you see useful throughout these days, please share it over Twitter, whether it's a picture of the group, it's a quote, it's a piece of information. We'll be trying to evaluate how influential, how can online tools help us spread our message and create an impact. At least, let's evaluate how far can we take the content or the happening in this room within the 3 days, how can we take it far? But the sky is the limit. If we put a tweet, you can never expect where shall it go.
Every second, every minute, every day, our world is changing. Climate change is real.
Public service announcements can play a major role in awareing people, and this can cost millions or pennies.
Some advantages of the PSAs is that they are inexpensive. You can make them while you're sitting in your room. Sometimes you can make them in just like a couple of hours sitting in your room without moving, without going anywhere. You don't have to go in the street and film to make a good PSA. You can use resources at your home to make a PSA a good one.
Although global warming has been a focal attention since the depletion of the ozone layer in the 80s, yet every now and then, it becomes a must to revive and include new blood of interest.
تعرفت على حاجات كتير عن التغير المناخي، عن حملات التوعية، ازاي ممكن نساهم حتى لو بشكل فردي.
أكتر حاجة ال PSA والسوشيال ميديا تولز المختلفة. I found the social media presentations that was done today are very useful and very needed, and they link us to real work and what's going on, how to approach people and how to work on ground.
How to use the social media in general to focus on your what you believe about the environment in general.
The huge network of participants from different specializations and also backgrounds and cultures.
استفدنا من محاضرة مهمة وقيمة جدا في عملية المهارات التواصل الاجتماعي وكيف يمكن أن تقدم نفسك على هذه المواقع في ظل هذا الزخم من المشاريع ومن الأسماء ومن الصفحات.
Le plus bénéfique pour moi, c'était le networking. As I said, comme je viens de dire, c'est le fait de rencontrer des gens qui ont les mêmes principes que toi, qui travaillent pour les mêmes objectifs de toi. Donc, comme je dis à chaque fois, le meilleur investissement, c'est l'investissement en soi.
How to use the social media to do a campaign that was happening by the IOC in Cairo. It really helped us on how to do the social media campaign on climate change and hopefully.
A cooperation between two great institutes to enlighten the media people on such a serious issue is a leap into bringing the issue to the spotlight, and these media people will pave the way.
The rise in prices has been the topic of the hour for most Egyptians, and it seems that the situation is getting more complicated with no one willing to take responsibility. Maysa Amer has the story.
Egypt has witnessed a rise in prices in the past couple of months. People have been complaining about this rise that exceeds their monthly income. Vegetables and fruits are the main goods that people buy every day, but it's become harder for them to afford their prices on a daily basis.
الأسعار طبعا كلها زادت. المرتب اللي كنا بناخده في الشهر دلوقتي بيقضي نص الشهر. الجوافة مثلا كانت قبل كده ب4 جنيه و5 جنيه، دلوقتي ب13 و14، والطماطم بقت ب7 جنيه، والخيار ب5 جنيه وب6 جنيه. ففي فاكهة كتير يعني، والمانجا كانت قبل كده ب15 دلوقتي ب25 وب30. فالأسعار بقى مبالغ فيها يعني، ففي ناس كتير واحنا ما نقدرش نكمل الشهر.
The sellers believe that they are not responsible for the hike in prices and that they buy in high prices from the wholesale market, which in turn are added on the consumer.
التاجر القطاعي محطوط في القصة مصيد الظلم، يعني التاجر القطاع مصيد الظلم، لكن اللي هو بتوع العبور اللي هم يعتبر بياخدوا نسبة مكسب، وبيبقى برضه هيقول لك انا الفلاح جايب لي الحاجة غالية. انا بس بجيب العبور من سوق العبور الخيار اوقات كده بيوصل 6 جنيه، انا عشان اغطيه بعد ما شال ومصاريف واحط له شنطه وعماله وايجار محل لازم يتباع اقل حاجه 7 جنيه، و7 يبقى كده يعني صنف ما خدش فيه حاجه اصلا، والزبون برضه بيحس ان الحاجه غاليه، فاحنا اصلا جايبينه غالي.
We went to the Abur wholesale market for more investigation. Here, on an area of 300 acres on Ismailia Desert Road, is the wholesale market, where all retailers in Egypt buy the goods people consume. The vegetables and fruits arrive here directly from farms and rural areas to be sold to big markets and retailers. People believe that as long as we plant most of the vegetables and fruits in our own Egyptian farms, their prices shouldn't be affected too much by the devaluation of the Egyptian pound against the dollar. And unlike the retailers' claims about the high prices of the wholesale market, here is another side to the story.
غلا الأسعار ده بيبدأ من حاجتين، يعني الغلا بتاعه بيبدأ في حالتين. أول حاجة حالة المبيدات، غلا المبيدات غالية فبتخلي الزراعة أساساً تبقى التكلفة بتاعتها غالية. تيجي التجار اللي هم بتوع الجملة الكبار دول بيشتروا المزارع دي فبيشتروها بأسعار عالية، فهو لازم يبيعها هنا بسعر عالي. لازم هو أساساً واخدها بسعر عالي فلازم يبيعها بسعر عالي وبيصرف عليها مبيدات والحاجات دي كلها بتيجي إيه؟ يعني عن طريق الدولار. المبيدات دي كلها أساساً استيراد من بره غالي. الخيار مثلاً، الخيار دي بيجي من المزرعة ب3 جنيه. على بال ما يجي هنا سوق العبور مثلا بيمشي 200 كيلو بيصرف 3.5. انت هنا لازم تبيعه ب4 الا ربع. بره بياخدوا التاجر بتاع التزقه ده بيبقى واقف عليه لغايه ما يروح المحل عنده ب4 جنيه.
On the other hand, the imported products have definitely been affected by the loss of the value of the pound against the dollar. In addition, the 50% increase in customs has led to an increase in the prices of all important fruits like apples. However, Ali Abdessalam is a trader here who believes that some retailers add a hefty profit margin to the actual price.
احنا بنبيع التفاح اللبناني للتاجر بتاع التجزئه بنبيعه على 6 جنيه. فبتاع التجزئه لما بيجي ياخده على 6 جنيه وطبعا بيحسب مصاريفه فهو هناك مثلا بيحط عليه 9 جنيه. اول ما بيحسب مصاريفه يقف معاه مثلا 8.5 يكسب في الكيلو نص جنيه. فالتاجر مقنوع يعني بيحب يبيع باقتناع او بيبيع كميات كبيره. فهو كده راضي عن نفسه. وفي تاجر جشع ما بيستوعبش النص جنيه او بيلاقيه قليل ممكن يحط عليه 10 و11 جنيه. هو عايز يكسب. في يعتبر زياده الجمارك. فالجمارك زادت في حدود 50%. فانا الجمارك بتزيد عليا فبالتالي بتزيد على اللي هو بياخدوا البضاعه من عندي فبالتالي بتزيد على ايه؟ على المستهلك. يعني كله في النهايه المستهلك هو اللي تعبان. يعني بصراحه الله يكون في عونه.
الحاجة سيدة is one of the biggest wholesalers of bananas, also suffering from the hikes in prices of the important fruits. According to her, the price of one imported container of bananas has doubled in price, reaching 20,000 pounds. But even after the increase, she still believes that most retailers are greedy, as some of them are overpricing. In some local markets, 1 kilo of bananas reaches 20 pounds.
التاجر اللي بره هو اللي جشع بياخد الموز رخيص. هو التاجر اللي بره البياعين اللي بره السوق هم الجشعه. عايز يكسب في الكيلو 5 جنيه، عايز يكسب في الكيلو 7 جنيه، عايز يكسب في الكيلو 10 جنيه. هو لو نزلوا التسعيره زي زمان زي ما كانت زمان ايام الرخص كانت الحاجه رخيصه. ماشي خد 10 لحمه يلا ارفع شيل يلا ارفع نزل يلا يلا ب 200 جنيه يلا.
Regardless of whether the blame lies with the retailers, wholesalers, or the loss of the value of the Egyptian pound, the real sufferer is the citizen who is just asking for some measure to make prices affordable for him. Maysa Amer for AUC TV.
It has always been said that diamonds last forever. Have you ever wondered how this precious jewelry is made? We find out in the next story.
Diamond, a woman's best friend. Dazzling diamond jewelry resemble precious things in this world. But have you ever thought what goes on backstage to get this stunning piece to its final shape? In a diamond jewelry factory in Cairo, where stages of manufacturing sparkling pieces take place, we see the process from the beginning. Gold gets molten at 1100 degrees Celsius in order to be able to shape it on a wax model. The model making in itself is a process that's done as accurately and carefully as jewelry making, with almost the same stages of designing, molding, and refining.
خلينا نقول ان انا قعدت مع موديل ميكر، ودي اول مرحله في مرحله التصنيع، فبقعد بشرح له القصه كلها وبنقعد نقيس الابعاد بتاعتنا بحيث ان احنا هنبتدي نشتغل بعد كده عليه مراحل تانية من بعد ما يجي لنا من مرحله سبك الدهب. بنبتدي نعمل الموديل شمعه، بعد كده بنسبكه دهب، بنحول الشمعه دي لقطعه من الدهب بندخلها على واحد اسمه الفايلنج مان. الفايلنج ده اللي هو بيقعد يبرد في الحاجه ويظبط مقاساتها برضه بنفس المقاسات اللي انا اتفقت معاه عليها. بيبتدي يشتغل واحده واحده عليها لحد مقاسات معينه. لما بيخلص شغله بعد كده بندخلها على مرحله تركيب الاحجار، ودي يمكن اكتر مرحله بتبقى يعني فاصله في الموضوع كله، لان هو الاكتفاء كله على الاحجار، ان هو وزن الذهب ما بيبقاش عليه اختلاف قوي يعني لو زاد او قل ما بيبقاش للدرجه يعني. انما بالنسبه لان سعر الاحجار اعلى شويه من الذهب فهي دي اللي ممكن تكون في الاختلاف. احنا عندنا نوعين من التركيب، في الهاند سيتر والمايكرو سيتر. الهاند سيتر ده اللي هيقدر يركب الاحجار تبقى كبيره شويه ليها اسنان او الكلام ده، فالموضوع بالنسبه له بيبقى سهل شويه فيقدر يركبه. المايكرو سيتر دي بتبقى احجار صغيره خالص، فبيضطر اللي هيركبها ان هو يركبها تحت الميكروسكوب، بيكبر له عدسه، بتكبر له حجم الحجر، حجم بيت الحجر نفسه اللي هيتحط فيه او الكلام دوت، فبالتالي يقدر يساعده شويه ان هو يركبه، ودي يمكن تكلفتها بتبقى اعلى شويه من الهاند سيتر. جرت العاده ان لون الالماظ اكمنه ابيض، فهو زمان كان بيتعمل على بلاتين، دلوقتي الموضوع بقى صعب شويه، فبالتالي بتعمل على حاجه اسمها ذهب ابيض. هو اصلا مفيش حاجه اسمها ذهب ابيض، هو حاجه بس بتفتح لون الذهب شويه بنسب معينه للتحييف، وبعد كده بنتعمل حاجه اسمها روديوم، روديوم او بانيو بلاتين، يعني هو ده الشائع ما بين الناس، بيتحول لونه بعد كده للون الابيض.
After this step, jewelry pieces get polished to be ready for display in retail stores.
بقى في طلب كبير على الألماس في آخر 10 سنين فاتوا. خريطة المبيعات الألماس اتغيرت تماما. هو الفكر اتغير، كان زمان بيشتري الألماس طبقة معينة، والطبقة يعني البرسنتج بتاعها قليل. دلوقتي خلاص بقى كل البنات دلوقتي مش في الحضر بس اللي هو زي القاهرة او اسكندريه او كده، لا ده بقى حتى في المحافظات. فكر المشتري اتغيرت خالص، وبقى يطلبوا طلبات دلوقتي ما كانش زمان حد بيطلب الكلام ده. وكان زمان موديلات الالماظ موديلات ثابته ومعروفه، الخاتم اللي على شكل زي ورده، وفي الحجر. النهارده خلاص الدنيا اختلفت، يعني بيجي لك ناس دلوقتي، يعني احنا بناخد الذوق دلوقتي من الكاستمر، يعني بيجي لك ناس جايبه لك موديلات الليتست في الموديلات، وتقول لك انا عايز انفذ ده واعمله كده. اتغيرت الخريطه تماما عن زمان يعني.
انا يعني لو هجيب شبكه اجيب الماظ لانها اشك بس.
هو دلوقتي اكيد الالماظ هيبقى احسن.
Because it's a precious stone و it has a lot of meanings، وبحس ان كمان this is الحاجه المتداوله، يعني everyone gets دلوقتي الماظ و it's beautiful and very precious.
يعني الالماظ بقى قيم اكتر، يعني لو هو سعره ما زادش بالنسبه اللي زاد بيها الذهب I think هيبقى احسن يعني.
في الاسعار دي لا ذهب ولا الماظ.
Since the price of gold is standard in Egypt, while the price of diamond is variable depending on what is internationally known as the 4 C's, believe it or not, diamond jewelry can sometimes be cheaper than gold.
دلوقتي طبعا نظرا لارتفاع اسعار الذهب الجنوني، يعني معظم حتى دلوقتي الشبكات اتحولت ان حتى الناس اللي كانت بتحب تشتري ذهب بقت بتفضل تشتري الماظ، لان الالماظ بقى يعتبر ارخص. يعني انت النهارده ممكن تشتري شبكه في حدود 30,000 جنيه مثلا، الماظ معقوله. لكن بالنسبه للدهب 30,000 جنيه ما يجيبوش حاجه. النهارده اولموست الجرام بقى حوالي 480 490 جنيه الجرام الواحد.
Cairo is ranked number 1 among the Egyptian governorates in diamond selling. For some people, diamond is fashion. For others, it's limited to a wedding ring. But in other governorates, things are different.
وستجدي في الدلتا، في شمال الدلتا محافظتين هم القريبين أوي، المنصورة رقم 1 يليها طنطا، بس وبقية المحافظات طبعا الوضع، واسكندرية، يعني اسكندرية رقم 1 يليها المنصورة يليها طنطا بالنسبة للمبيعات.
Despite the tough economic state Egypt is going through, diamond jewelry manages to establish itself as a stable industry in the Egyptian market. This is Rana Ashraf for AUC TV.
The age of the feds has ended, a statement that's been going around for decades, marking the end of a tradition that's lasted until the 1950s. Today, we get the chance to meet one of, if not the only, manufacturer of tarabish. Rawan Lasheen has the story.
اقعد اظبط لك الناس بس. ناصر الطرابيشي صانع الوجاهه.
Well, it's not the 1950s. We are in the new millennium of fashion. Yet, the Turkish-Egyptian adopted fez, or as it's known widely, tarabish, is still on its path.
أنا حبيت المهنة ليه؟ عشان أهل الدين وفي نفس الوقت الشغلانة احنا لو ما حافظناش عليها من زمان كانت هتنقرض. طب أهل الدين ذنبها إيه؟ أهم أساسيات عندي المية، النار، الكهرباء، أهم 3 حاجات في شغلي.
Nasser al-Tarabishi, one of the people, if not the only one, manufacturer of tarabish in Egypt, who is still holding on this fashion tradition. Its history goes back to King Farouk's ruling period, a headwear men wore whenever they've been. It was a sign of respect, a distinguished attire, and considered as the main menswear tradition in the Egyptian society. Tarabish continued till 1952 revolution of overruling King Farouk, and when President Abdel Nasser came along to erase this tradition as a new beginning and freedom of any non-Egyptian culture. One type of tarabish he was able to remove from the society, yet the other type is Azhar uniform, the Islamic uniform of a clerk or a student in such place. At this point, if President Abdel Nasser abandoned this uniform, he would have been abandoned the whole Islamic culture, and this wouldn't have been taken easily from the people.
دي اللي احنا بنأسس عليها الطربوش، دي من غيرها ولا ليه الطربوش ولا ليه أي لازمة. ليه؟ إن دوت يعتبر القالب اللي بيصلب الطربوش، لأن الطربوش في الأول وفي الآخر ده خام. أصبح من غير دي الاتنين بيكملوا بعض. في الأول وفي الآخر دي خوصة تعتبر هي اللي بتدي الطربوش الشكل اللي أنا عاوزه واللي أنا عايزه على وش الزبون، محتاجه على وش الزبون. مش أي خوص. النخيل ده بيبقى مش أي نخيل، لازم عشان بيبقى ليه خامة معينة اللي هو بيتضفر عليه الخوصة ديت. الست الوحيدة اللي هي بتعملها لنا دي من الرشيد، ما يعملش الحاجة دي إلا ستات بس.
When it comes to manufacturing this kind of handmade fashion, its details are most probably more important than anything else. Several steps the tarbouche goes through till the final product.
حلو الوسع ده؟ ولا أوسعهولك شوية؟
عاوزه بس يبقى فاسح سريع.
هيفتح عشان لفة الشيال. الخوصة دي عشان تحن معايا لازم أحطها في المية. ليه؟ عشان ده خوص. لازم تتعامل معاه كأنك عامل زي العيل، تتعامل معاه زي العيل البكري كده. حاجة إيه؟ متطبقة، بتاخدها بالشكل اللي أنت عاوزه، بتاخدها شمال، تاخده يمين، بتكسرها. المهم إن هي في الأول وفي الآخر طالما دخلت المية بعد كده ما تخش سخونية عشان تبدأ إن هي تحن معاك. تشكلها أنت زي ما أنت عاوز. يعني أنا ممكن أبص للزبون لازم أفصل على شكله، لازم أفصل على وشه. أجيبها يمين اول ما دخلتها الميه خلاص هي حنت معايا، عامله زي العيل البكري. حبيب قلبي يا حاج عبد السلام.
Nasser makes those tarabish the old-fashioned way, an old stove he uses, or a machine as he calls it, since his grandfamily used to do. He believes that this is the only original way of such manufacturing of tarabish.
دي سمنه بلدي، دي نشا متساعدني في الشكل اللي انا بحتاجه، تسلب لي الطربوش من فوق. ده هو كده نازل على القالب بقى عشان ينشف، ونبدا ندخل. اول ما ينشف على طول نبدا ندخله بقى الشغل اللي هو بتاع شغل الابره.
Not only clerks from Cairo, they come from all over Egypt to Nasser to make them the Islamic tarbouch uniform, and if they want, Nasser would make them the whole Islamic suit.
بعمل الطربوش الخاص بي عنده وحتى الخاص بزملائي، لما بيلاقوا الطربوش انا لابسه كويس ومهتم بيه ومنظره كويس فبيسالوني انت عامله فين؟ واقول لهم عامله في الغوريه عند فلان، فبيدوني الخامه اللي هي الخامه بس اللي هي عباره عن القماش بس، بيعطوني الخامه والمقاس بتاعهم وباجي اعمل لهم هنا المقاس بتاعهم هنا في المحل. الكلام ده من زمان، من حوالي 20 سنه او اكثر.
الطربوش الغامق الذي له زر اسود هذا هو زي العلماء الفقهاء، والطربوش الفاتح الذي له زر اخضر هذا زي القراء الذين يقرؤون القرآن الكريم.
A tradition that needs to be preserved by the coming generations, as it is one of the very unique identities of an Egyptian culture that was once an important part of the society and what we see until now in the old movies. Now, its usage is decreasing. It is used as souvenirs for foreigners and an Egyptian drama series. Yet, it is important to keep it for the people to always remember their own culture. Rawan, Lasheen, for AEC TV.
In our last episode, we shed light on CrossFit, a new training exercise and set of moves that keep you in good shape and health. Our own Kareem Hatem spends a whole day with CrossFitters to find out what it takes to carry out those vigorous exercises.
الكروسفيت دي رياضه لوحدها، رياضه كامله ليها بطولات عالم كده. وريفر يور تارجت هي هتخليك صحتك حلوه قوي، جود هيلثي قوي، هتخليك يعني سترينث عندك كويس، الكارديو بتاعك كويس، كله ده يعني.
This is Muhammad Omda. He's a professional CrossFitter. He has been playing CrossFit for a couple of years, and now he's a head coach of this new CrossFit gym.
يعني انا بدات العب وكنت مانجر في الجيم هنا كبير برضو في مصر. بعدين رحت ترانسفورمرز، بدات هناك كروسفيت مكان صغير قوي، وبعدين بدات امرن ناس وكده، والعدد بقى يكبر مع ان المكان ما كانش كروسفيت اصلا، المكان كان مكان عادي في جيم، مكان صغير قوي. بدا يكبر سنه لغايه ما قلنا بقى نفتح برانش لوحده كروسفيت وهنكمله الجيم برضو.
High intense workout. That is what CrossFit is about. You give your best and then keep on training. CrossFit is a new sport that has been introduced in Egypt a couple of years ago. Today there are tournaments and competitions.
2, 1, go!
It is a set of exercises put together, creating different types of moves. In this tournament, CrossFitters compete by doing a specific number of moves in a specific time limit.
اي حد لاعب جيم مثلا او راح لاعب اي رياضه او كده، لما يجي يجرب كروسفيت بالذات، لو حد راح يلعب شويه في الجيم وبعدين جاي يجرب كروسفيت، هيلاقي اختلاف تماما بين الاثنين. هيلاقي دي رياضه بجد، بيتمرن بجد، بيعمل حاجه بجد، هيحس ان صحته بقت حلوه فعلا، بقى اقوى، بقى كل حاجه اتغيرت غير الجيم خالص. عشان كده اللي بيلعب كروسفيت هتلاقيه بيحب الكروسفيت، غير طبعا اللي ما بيعرفوش الكروسفيت هو ايه، فبيسمعوا بس ده الكروسفيت ده كله اصابات، كروسفيت مش عارف بيعمل هم ما عرفوش، هم لو جربوا مش هيسيبوه.
But how do you train to get to this kind of fitness and flexibility? That is what Ronnie and Michael have been working on in these past few months. Together, they have developed moves, exercises, and even games to coach beginners and motivate them to train.
هنشغل الأغنية بيتقال فيها اسم روكسان. كل ما هنسمع اسم روكسان هننزل 1 بيربي. هنلعب دلوقتي موف اسمها باك سكوات بساند باج 95 باوندز. اللي هيحصل في الموف دي ان هيبقى في ساند باج على الارض، هوطي اخدها وهطلع ديد ليفت، وبعدين هعمل كلين، بعدين بوش بريس احطها على رقبتي، بعدين امسكها من الجنب وانزل سكوات عادي. نيز اوت اند سيت، نيز اوت اند سيت، نيز اوت اند سيت، وكعب رجلي ما يطلعش عن الارض، محدش يطلع على مشط رجله. الميزه في كروس فيت ان انت اتس اول اباوت كوميونتي، فانت اول ميزه عندك ان انت بتلعب مع ناس، في ناس حواليك، في ناس بيشجعوك، في كومبيتيشن، بس اتس ا فير كومبيتيشن. الناس بتكمبيت مع بعض بس عشان يزقوا بعض، فاحنا بنتشالنج بعض عشان نكبر بعض في حاجه، نبقى احسن في حاجه. هو عاجب الناس عشان الموفز جديده. 90% من الموفز بتاعت كروسفيت حاجات غالبا الناس مش بتلعبها لا في الجيم ولا في انسانيتي ولا في اي ورك اوت تاني.
دقيقة تايم كاب، كل 3 دقايق 30 دبل اندرز.
اوكي.
ماشي.
ايه.
The annual presidential forum at the American University in Cairo kicked off the new academic year with many apprehensions voiced concerning student life on campus.
How can we enrich and broaden the student experience at UC? UC is quite unique for the students.
During the introductions of the points of discourse in the forum, a surprising statistic seized the attention of the participants.
So, if we just look at the current distribution of the student nationality, we'll find that we have around 94.5% of our student body Egyptians, between graduate and undergraduate, and 5.5% international.
The discussion then became almost exclusively focused on how AUC could have a more integrated diversity, which may lead to a more inclusive community that could better serve the minority that is international students.
But I do think that international students need to be treated as AUC students, period.
To many, being in college exemplifies involvement in many new and different experiences. Next to academics, interacting with new people can be the most crucial experience of them all. While there is some diversity in the student community here at AUC, it is fairly narrow. The university saw a significant decrease in internationals, particularly after the Egyptian Revolution of 2011.
And I know the context in Egypt at the moment is complicated because there's a lot of stereotypical perceptions abroad which kind of distort people's views about Egypt, so a lot of students do not come.
While the lack of diversity may diminish cultural exposure for Egyptian students, this may prove a benefit for foreign students.
I study Arabic, so I kind of wanted to get immersion in the language, but at the same time I didn't want something totally foreign, where I wouldn't fit into the system, so I decided an American University would probably be best.
The problem for international students lies more in their representation in the AUC community.
I've attended, various other cultural events, but also the thing is you have to have those students being the key and core organizers of that event, you know what I mean? Because that's the only way you're going to get it right. Because at the same time, if people feel that you're coming into their culture and you're not really including them and you're dismissing them, but you want to organize everything and not, even though you know nothing that much about the culture, but you just want to get like little information from them just to, decorate so that you can take ownership of it.
While student life remains lively and active, it is perhaps crucial and encouraging that the needs of a minority have been addressed and may soon cease to be a problem. Farah Toukhi, AUC TV.
Thank you, Farah, for this report. After the break, we speak to nutritionist Dr. Sherine Embaby about maintaining a healthy lifestyle without starving ourselves on busy days. Welcome back to the studio. From vegan to Atkins diet and calorie counting, there are several methods we try to follow and experiment to lose weight. What do experts recommend? What is the correct combination to maintain a healthy eating habit? And how to get rid of those toxins in our bodies? To answer us is nutritionist Dr. Sherine Embaby. Good afternoon, Dr. Sherine.
Good afternoon.
Dr. Sherine, first of all, something called detox has been trending among people, especially women these days. What is detox?
Detox is basically getting rid of the toxins inside your body. It's a natural process. It's a physiological process of sorts that happens naturally inside your body. You don't need to detox for your body to get rid of the toxins. Your body already does the work.
So does this go with the statement of many doctors that detox is a myth or a big lie? Detox in nutrition?
Detox, as you can eat vegetables and fruits only, or shakes or something. It's not on scientific basis. It's a trend or some sort of a fad diet to help you lose weight. It's not to cleanse the body. We already have two systems to clean our bodies, the liver and the kidney. So we don't have any toxins in our body that needs to be detoxified from the outside through shakes or through teas or through herbs or anything.
So where did the name detox came from?
It came from the great and sudden weight loss and the cleansing of the food sorts of that you eat. So let's assume you will eat junk and horrible food throughout the day. Once you stop eating those and start eating more vegetables and more salads and more greens, or more getting back to real food, as they say, you be cleaner, you be more able to function, energy levels will be higher and everything. So that's the name that they gave it, but it's not detox. It's just regular healthier lifestyle.
Are there different types of detox diets?
Different types. Yes, there are different types, but they all revolve around the same concept. The no protein, no fats, no processed, no high sodium foods, no anything refined, just like fruits and vegetables, and some of them include some animal protein and dairy.
How long is a detox diet usually?
Usually it's between 3 to 10 days.
What's the process? What do we eat, like for breakfast, lunch, dinner? Only vegetables?
Yes, some vegetables and fruits.
Could you give us an example?
Yes, so I know a program that includes 3 green shakes per day. Just drink green shake, which consists of a green element, spinach, lettuce, watercress, anything that's leafy green vegetables, and some fruits. Some of them has cucumbers. Just drink actually 3 shakes for your meals, and you take in between small snacks, maybe fruits, nuts, then that's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Sounds starving to me.
It is.
Okay, with the quick life pace of today, and people having full-time jobs, it's a little bit difficult for people to commit and stick to a healthy lifestyle. How could they do that within their full-time jobs?
Okay, so let's assume that we're on a busy day. Let's assume that when do you start your day?
At 8.
So you have breakfast at 8, exactly at 8?
Yes.
So do you eat in between your meals or just the
Yes.
next meal? Okay, so you're on some sort of healthier lifestyle. The usual is, or the normal household, we usually work from 8 to 9 hours per day. That's third of the day we're working, third of the day we're running around and stressed. What we need to do is to start right, starting your day right. By the breakfast, of course. You can have the full breakfast, the healthy breakfast, not just some chocolates or snacks or bars along the way. Just need to have the full components of the food inside your breakfast. Carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. To give you the energy to start your day and boost the metabolism and regulate the blood sugar levels. That's the main issue. People usually forget about eating. Their blood glucose level drops humongously. They have the snack attack. So that's the issue. Start right, eat every 3 to 5 hours, drink lots and lots of water, move more.
What do you mean by start right?
The breakfast. Starting right is the breakfast, the biggest meal. You know, they always say it's the most important meal of the day. It is. You start your day right, it will continue to be right. If you forget eating or skip the breakfast, usually you'll have the snack attack at the afternoon and you're gonna eat anything you can see, anything. Whether it's high sugar, high fat, processed snack, anything.
So, first of all, they should have breakfast.
Yes, of course.
They should have snacks.
Yes.
And?
Drink lots of water.
Drink lots of water.
Move more.
Move more. But with someone having like all those hours of working, maybe they don't have time to have breakfast. Maybe they don't have time to have lunch the way it should be, like having a healthy lunch.
So the idea is to pre-plan. You have to pre-plan your day. You have to pre-plan your meals. But if you can't pre-plan your meals, you just pre-plan your day. I know I'm going to work this day and I know there's those snacks in the fridge or those outlets nearby my work, I will buy from this. Don't leave it to chance. Usually when you leave it to chance, you go along with the flow. The people who eat junk or anything processed or just have a snack out, chips or something. This is not right. Pre-plan what you're gonna eat. Even if you didn't do it at home, just pre-plan. Have some fruits along the way with you while you're going to work. Have like a couple of fruits in your bag, a small pack of nuts, yogurt. Yogurt is the easy thing. Even if you didn't get it from home, you can buy it anywhere and just eat it. Those are the healthy snacks you can. Popcorn even is a healthier alternative for snacks. Sweet potatoes, grilled corns, the one we see in the streets. Any of those are healthier snacks that will keep you satisfied and full and maintain your blood glucose level.
We have a major problem here at uni is that we're surrounded with junk food everywhere, especially with teenagers. They don't have this, let's say, willpower or the awareness that what they're eating is ruining their body shapes, ruining their health. What do you suggest for people on campus? What could they do to resist all those, seductive food?
Okay, as we said before, don't skip breakfast, even if it's a small meal. If you're gonna maybe reverse or alternate your snack with your breakfast. So have a small snack in the morning and have your breakfast here at uni. For example, you can have like a whole grain sandwich, a salad with some granola. Even if it's high in sugar a little bit, but still it's more of a healthier food. I've noticed some salads outlets, you can get a salad as lunch. You can get a small sandwich. You can drink. Actually, there's also a small trick. Usually we don't feel thirsty, we just feel hunger. So even if you're thirsty, you're gonna feel hunger. Just drink water and wait for 15 minutes to see if you're really hungry. Especially if you ate in the morning or if you ate like a couple hours before. Probably you're thirsty, not hungry. So let's start by even alternating the snacks with the meal to maintain the blood glucose level. That's the issue. They you know what? They fall down. Their blood glucose fall down. They crash. They need anything. So that's why they go to the junk or the snack or the easiest meal. Just some sort of moderation in your meals. So even if you're gonna enjoy the snack or the junk, just keep it once or twice per week. Have it before 5, as the metabolism is much better before 5 p.m. And that's it. And along the way, just eat whatever you like, eat whatever healthy available you like throughout the uni. Also, there's this rule that's called 80-20. So 80% of the week I'm on a healthier, balanced lifestyle, trying to maintain the energy levels and drinking lots of water. 20% is your cheat meal or cheat percentage of your weekly intake of food.
So what do you eat as a nutritionist?
What I eat. Usually I love beans, Egyptian beans. So breakfast is beans and salad, for example. We don't like to eat so much bread with beans as they contain everything. Maybe a cheese or a salad, a whole grain toast with anything I'd like. Snack, I usually have fruits and nuts or dark chocolate inside my bag, which is something that most people assume it's the wrong thing. But dark chocolate, it's really helpful. It's really
dark chocolate?
Dark chocolate.
Isn't it like full of sugar?
No, dark, it depends on the percentage of the cocoa in it. So let's 70% is the best. Anything above 70% is good. So that's 70% pure cocoa, which is antioxidant and it will keep you feeling full. And you get to enjoy your chocolate.
So that's very different from what we thought.
Yeah.
Because the word chocolate usually is a taboo.
So no, for weight gain. So let's dark chocolate, nuts, fruits. For lunch, the general rule says that half of your plate is vegetables, third of the other half is protein. The small area is carbohydrates or starch, as we'd like to say, because vegetables are carbohydrates. So the small amount is starch. So that's 6 tablespoons of rice, 6 tablespoons of pasta, a small or medium potato, 2 toasts, anything, and just keep your food natural and as clean as possible. The issue is even if you eat those from not clean source or not a whole food or something refined or just vegetables, I don't know, cook them trans fats or any, try to keep it as clean as possible. That's one of the main rules. And avoid any starch or any sugar after 5. So by 5, stop eating sugar.
Okay, so we stop eating dark chocolates, we stop eating fruits.
We stop eating dark chocolate, fruits, rice, pasta, bread, anything after 5. Have those before 5 as a snack or in your main meal or in your breakfast.
What do you have for dinner?
What do I have? Usually it's a protein and a salad, like a tuna salad or a chicken salad of some sorts.
When do you usually have your dinner?
When I have my dinner around 8 to 9 because I start my day at 8 to 9. This is another rule. We need the 12-hour fasting over the night. So if you start at 8, please close at 8. If you start at 9, close at 9. That's the most. But usually even the people that start late, we like to close before 11 or around 11 and that's it. The 12 hours in overnight fasting is the repairing of your body for your hormones to work right, for the insulin and the hunger hormones to work right.
So is it really that you have to stop eating 3 hours before sleep? Or is there like the latest hour to stop eating?
There's an element of truth in both statements. So we'd really like to stop eating before we sleep for our body to digest. It takes 2 hours for our body to digest our food. So it's better like 2 to 3 hours before sleep. But even if you eat just before you sleep, but the quality is much better than even not junk, for example. Just have like a small 2 light yogurts, for example, 2 cucumbers, a plate of salad and some cheese. Even if you eat it just before you go to sleep, it's not that big of a deal, as long as you stick to the 12-hour rules and as long as you stick to the 80-20 per week rule.
So detox is a myth in nutrition.
It is.
Breakfast, we have to eat breakfast, we have to eat healthy, we have to stop eating like 3-4 hours before sleeping. Thank you very much, Dr. Sherine, baby, for being with us today. Thank you for watching this 31 minutes. Good night.